Hey there, I'm going to be showing you how to set up your Google site. It sounds a lot harder than it really is. And to be honest, the customization part of it, if you're really nitpicky like I am, it does take a while to set things up the way you want it to look. But I mean, if you're okay with something that someone else has created and you just want to fill in the content with your own, it works just fine as well. The benefit of having a Google site is that instead of having to dish out lots of the same information to students and parents, you can just refer them back to your website. You can also post assignments and links for research. You can put your class calendar there. You can also, I don't know, you can have a lot there. I mean, it's pretty much what you want it to be. You could also include a blog if you wanted it to. I mean, it's a website, so you can do what you want. First, I'll show you my site. I'm going to show you it by going to this 3x3 grid because I'm signed in. I'm going to click Sites. Here's a site I made for the CHA Jazz Ensemble, as it says. The site's pretty basic. It has a couple of different pages pertaining to things that are important to me about the class, and I think that students will find important as well. Things like a syllabus online that students and parents can read and refer back to, although I have to update it. This was handy because I have a lot of links that I have them that I tell them about and refer them to, at least in the past years. I've just made this recently, by the way, like within a month. But this is a great resource for them as well, and it's hopefully they'll be using this site a lot in this next coming year. I also have a way that they can upload photos that they've taken from concerts and rehearsals even, just to make something fun, and that way we can have a collection of photos of the jazz band over the year. I also have a blog here that I'll be leaving posts on some ideas and tips about how I improvise and things that I find useful, and of course a contact form. So it seems intense, but really it's not that bad. Like I said, I like to customize things and make them look nice and function to a certain degree, so that's why I put the things in such an order. But it's really pretty easy to get started on the site. So I'm going to show you how to get started on yours. First thing you do is you click on the 3x3 squares to show all the apps that Google has available to you. Click on Sites and it'll bring you to this page. You won't have anything here. So to get started, click Create. I'm going to create a temporary site, so I'll just name it Temporary. And I'll just make it more specific. Dictionary Temporary. There we go. Right now it's completely blank. I would not suggest working with a blank template. I would suggest working with a template that someone has made. The reason for this is that a lot of things have been done for you. The obvious one to go for first is schools and education. There are lots of really good ones here. I chose this one. Does this look familiar? I customized it a bit, but that's what I wanted to do. Let's choose something that's a bit more, well, I don't know, looks, I don't know, just something different. Let's see. Not a high school site. We want a teacher site. Here we go. Although the colors are terrible, this works fine. So we've chosen teacher site as our template. We have a site location, and we don't have to worry about these things, and I can just click create. But the theme is basically if you're working with a blank thing. Then with a blank template, you can choose a theme to work with for your site. But we're okay, we already got that figured out. And for more options, these are ways that you can label your site so people can find it on the web, which I don't think you really want them to. But you could put in something like high school teaching, or actually let's do science and discovery and chemistry, stuff like that. And here's where you put in the description of my site. This site is for students and parents of my chemistry class. Create. Once it's done creating it, now is when the work comes. I mean, as you saw, it was pretty easy to make the site and create it, but to customize it and format it, this is where it takes a bit of time. So this is nice because it gives you a lot of really good ideas right off the bat. Someone was really nice and they gave you some template ideas and they showed you how it could be set up. Let's take a look at this. This is really, really plain, and it's good in that way. Let's compare it back to the site that I have. Go back to Google Sites. Here's mine. So I've created a bunch of different tabs. What? No, not that site. This one. I made a couple others before I decided on the extension. So I have a bunch of different tabs or pages within it. And this is handy for me because I don't like to have a long list of everything. I like to have everything kind of separated out in folders, if you can think of it like that. So this is pretty basic. So let's start to edit things. Let's start changing things right now. So you notice if I double click on things, can't really do much about it. I mean, I can click buttons and I can play videos, but I can't edit anything. So to get started editing, you click this little pencil icon, and here is when the editing starts. This is the home page, so you can leave this as home. As you noticed, or maybe you didn't notice, but it doesn't say home when you save it. It says home up here, but this is where you can start customizing the names of the sites. So right now it says class website, so let's change this to Chemistry 101. And it happens to be on the 3rd floor, so we'll say 305. And the teacher name is Mr. Dishner. Or better yet, let's just do Mr. Frankenstein, just for fun. Okay, now that that's done, you can just click out of it and it won't be messed with. Let's keep the documents list, and let's change this to class. Let's change this to what? Class introduction. And this is where you can put in a bunch of your information about what the class will be like. So this class is, I'm going to make this really easy because I don't want to take a lot of time doing this. You will learn about chemicals. There we go. And right here, okay, that's good. So you notice this right here, this is an image. I can take this and delete it. And this is where I can include more information if I want to. And this is where formatting comes into play. So let's say that I want to have a bit more, like what would be in the class selection thing that Miss Schellenberg hands out. So I'm going to put a horizontal line here, and then here's where I'm going to type a bunch of other stuff. Stuff I'm typing. Type. And it's just going to keep going. Da, 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 da. And then if I want to do another divider, I go to Insert, and I do a horizontal line right there. I say contact information, done. Or extension, I don't know my extension. Okay. And there we go. Let's do something else. Right now we have a widget in here. It says YouTube video. Maybe there is a cool YouTube video that is about an intro to chemistry. Let's look for that real quick just to see for an example. Not chemistry, but chemistry. Here we go. This is a nice little video. Copy link address. So I'm going to go to this and I'm going to click this little gear. And now I'm going to change this. That's it. Can you believe it? That's it. And I can include a border around it if I want to. I can include the title and I can change it, like Welcome to Chemistry 101. When that's done, and I feel happy with all this stuff that I've changed so far, I can click Save. And once it finishes saving, here's my Welcome to Chemistry 101 thing. Here's my video I just made. Here's a problem. So this is what I'm talking about. You might come up with a couple of different issues. So things like this, you might have to go to Format, and you want to make sure that things are, oh, not that. You want to make sure that it's wrapped. Things like that. So it can get a little bit frustrating, I'll be honest. But it's worth it if you want to have everything in one spot and make sure that students and parents are in the know with your class and they feel comfortable with all the information you're presenting and they can access it anytime. I think it's worth it. So let's call this good. We'll save this page, and now let's make a new page. I'm going to click here, and now we're going to have a new page option. We're going to name this let's say it'll be list of assignments. And we're going to have it be, well, you can do a couple different things actually. It could be just a web page. It could also be announcements. Announcements is actually what I've done, and I made it a blog. And you can post new announcements. And this basically is an announcement, but it's more of like a blog in my mind. Oops. So let's make sure that our list of assignments is not like a blog. And we could have it just be a list, and that works really well. Okay, and we want to put page under, no, we'll just keep it right there. And that's great. We're going to create it. Here we go. So now get started creating a list using one of our templates to create your own. And here we go. So we're going to have a column, and you can create a couple different columns. So this first one will be, I don't know, first quarter. Then you can have this next one be second quarter, etc., etc., etc. I'm just looking at this, sorting. It says first sort by. I can do it by edit time, but really it's more about create time. Once this is done, then it's going to have a bunch of different things, and now I can start adding items. So first quarter can be something in the first quarter list would be like, I don't know, the periodic table. And then carbon, I'm just going to write down a bunch of stuff. And then carbon dioxide. Second quarter will be first semester test. And then, I don't know, zinc. Then for third semester, third quarter, I mean, we'll choose something. Obviously, I don't know my periodic elements at all. Mercury, and this one will be iron. Sure. So it's helpful in a way because it shows you what to expect. This might not be what you want either, so we can fix this too. We can change this by doing two things. We can just delete this page, or we can work with what we have. So I'm going to choose to delete the page just to try something else to show you what else can be done. Oh, here we go. This little gear here shows us what we can do. So we can take this page and we can change the page settings. Oh, that's not it. we want to delete this page, and that's okay. Yes, goodbye. Now that's deleted. Let's make another page, and let's make this one a web page, just to make it blank. Just something random. So this is set as a list of contents. Now you have this whole blank entry field. This is where things can get crazy, because it's like, well, what do you do here? So pretty much you can just start adding content whenever you want. So I'm going to insert, let's do something like a text box. So I'm going to have this text box say, list of assignments. Okay, and then that looks good. So here it is, and now I can format this to figure out where I want it to go. So there we are, text gadget, and now that this is here, I can start entering information here. You can't read that at all, so you can change this here. Test 1, test 2, and final. So now this is just there, and this is what it looks like when you save it. It actually looks kind of nice because it's bordered, it's separate, it works. I can go back and edit this, and let's look at a couple of the other gadgets that are available. So first I'm going to insert a horizontal line, and now that I have this here, it's kind of cool because there are these different ways to lay it out with columns. This way you can prevent information in a different way. So here I have a new column right here. So now I can put in something in this column. I don't actually have to type anything. I can put in class calendar. I can make a chart and update it with new information. I can also link files or presentations as well from Google Drive. And you can also include videos like we did before. There's also many other gadgets, and I experimented with these a little bit, but these are more like if you're looking to do something specific, then you can find a bunch of different gadgets in here that would be really nice if you definitely had a purpose for it. But try to stick with what you have. Now that I have this page saved, if I go back and I go to the main site, you'll notice that that page I just made, it's not showing up. So we have to go into our edit settings, and we need to go to subpage listing. We want to show the rest of the pages, and we want it to be above. Okay. Oh, no, no, no. That's not what I wanted to do. Oh, I know where it is. Sorry. You have to wait for me. Okay, we're going to go to Edit Site Layout. This is what we need. We need this horizontal navigation. So now that this is here, we can choose to have this be at the top, or it could be on the side. It's up to us. But the nice thing about having this is that when you click stuff, then you know how to get around. I mean, that's really important. So now that this is here, I can click home and I'm good. I can click sitemap and I can see the other sites that I'm on. But really I want to see that site, this page that we just made, I want to see it on the main, up on this tab up here. So what I need to go into is here, Edit Site Layout. Oh, no. I need to go to Manage Site. And now I can go to Pages. And I'm going to move the list of contents underneath here. And what that does is that it allows me to view it in that spot. Also notice that you can access all of these templates here, and you can start dragging them onto certain pages. It's really useful. And there it is. So, this is basically how you get started with the site. Now again, it takes a bit of time to get it set up. If you would like to use a site that's in a similar fashion to the one that I made, I can give you the link to the template if you just email me. If you need help with this, you can also email me too, and I'll come and try to help you out as well. Alright, hope you learned something from this video. Thanks, bye.